Well, y'all, National Guard has now got the green light to shoot Americans protesting without a license. So now to protest, to have a peaceful protest, you have to have a license. They got to okay if your protest is okay. Is that sad or is that sad? They have the right to shoot any American that is peacefully protesting. Wouldn't go to DC this time, I could be. Not unless you got a license. Not unless you got a license to protest vote. Hey, Steve Manager, this is one of the darkest days in America's history, if you ask me. Not that break into the Capitol. This has become one of the darkest days in America's history. When the National Guard has the right to shoot and kill you to peacefully protest. This is one of the saddest days in American history. And one of the darkest. You know, I had to gain composure. I had to gain composure when I, before I come and did this. I agree, I could be. You're right on that, Steve Manager. But I did have to compose myself before I came on here. Me that much to hear. You got to have a license to protest. And then they got a spot. Actually, they got two spots that they're only allowing 100 people per spot to protest. So you got to pick and choose. Here's the problem I have with that. People that are picked and choose are probably going to be the leaders of whatever group that goes there. Now they're corralled in a spot easily for the pickings. And guess what? DC jails happen to have a capacity of 250 people. And right now they only got 50 people in their jails right now in DC. I did that research when I heard that. They got 50 people in the jail in DC right now. That means there's 200 openings. They're giving licenses for 200 people to protest. And they're corralling them into a little spot. Think about that. Think about that. Page B, go suck a dick. How's that? I'm tired of you. I don't like you. There's nothing about you I like. I've never liked you, Paige. You're a two-faced, egotistical woman that thinks she's better than everybody. And I don't like you. Sorry. What the fuck haven't you done? You come on here, berated me. You come on here, you talk shit about me. You go to other people's pages and have talk shit about me. What have you not? And then come on. Oh, I'm sorry. The next day, you're two-faced. I don't like you. You're two-faced and have been since I've known you. See, at least AB ain't been two-faced to me. At least AB, he ain't been two-faced to me. He's told me fuck you from the get-go, pretty much. Well, I'd say the first month he tried to make friends with me, but I seen through him, and he's told me fuck you since. I ain't on StreamYard yet, dummy. I'm live on YouTube. How can I let someone up? Goodbye. You will not use that on my channel. Goodbye. Anybody else want to try it? You'll be gone just as quick, and you will not come back to my channel. You're welcome to. You won't come back. I don't care about A Balance and him being a troll. A Balance has been trolling me now almost a year. Is that about right, A Balance? About a year, maybe year and a month or so? But he never used that type of language on my channel and won't. I don't think. I think he's at least better than that. Am I correct, AB? I won't let up on Paige. No. After she did her two-face crap about before I left this last time, no. I don't care. You can white knight all you want. That's fine. I don't care. You didn't say what she said. If you want to say what she said, you can have every account you own, man. Bro, I'm not on StreamYard. I would have gladly let her up here if she wanted to, if I had StreamYard. But no, I'm not on StreamYard. I apologize for that. Well, that's his problem. I'm sorry. But after that two-face stuff, no. And when I called her on it and proved her being two-faced, she didn't even say sorry. She just quit coming to my channel. And now all of a sudden she wants to come back. No, I don't. I ain't playing that game. I don't need to play that game. And then to use that type of language in my channel, that ain't gonna happen. Told y'all I won't put up with that racist bullcrap from anybody. That was not very nice, AB. That was not very nice, AB. I ain't got time to play with people that want to be that way. That can't be trusted. Okay. At least Salty Rant had the balls to come back after he fucked with me and apologize. Okay. At least he has the balls to, he came back immediately to do that. I'll give that to Salty Rant. I'll give that to anybody, even you, AB. You have apologized. You came back. You harassed me. It's fine. But she never had the balls to even admit she was wrong. She went on to trash me more in other people's channels. So now I give her a reason to trash me. There's her reason to trash me. She can go play and have fun. Now she's got a good reason to try to trash me. But I'm sorry, I can't trust her. I trust you more than anybody, than her, and that's saying something because I don't trust you very well. But I trust you more than her. I'm not telling you you're lying, Darren. I was, I know several that have quit the military though because they saw it coming as well. When their term was up, they didn't re up. My nephew was one, and he was a captain. He had every intentions of uh, retiring from the military. He ain't even getting a retirement. He probably won't get a pension until he's like 100 years old or some shit. Uh, because he did not go to the time allotted to get the short term pension. So because he saw this coming, uh, and several people in the unit he was with when their term was up left. Yeah, that's insane. The military was made for the people, not not the president, not the not the governing body. That's why they got their own secret service. Even though there has been times in our history the military was used to put down riots, riots, not peaceful protesters, riots in our history due to protecting the masses over the few. But then were riots, full blown, full scale riots, not peaceful protesters. And that's what scared me on that. That's what is that's what put me in a state where I had to recompose myself before I could come on here and tell you all about this. I agree, Stephen Masher. So supposedly the reason why they're called the Secret Service is they got you can't figure you aren't supposed to be able to know their name. Amen to that, Darren Whitaker. Amen. Our founding fathers are rolling over in their graves at this point in time. No thanks. That's funny. It saddens me, Caterpillar. It saddens me. It saddens me badly. Yep, you're right, Steve. Well, looks like you're going to have a field day here. I almost wonder, I'm starting to wonder if all this crap was set up to get them in place, force people to do stuff they didn't want to do, or try to force people. We'll see. I do know I have a bug out bag and I don't know where I'm going. All I know is I'm going to find a patch of woods or a patch of swamp somewhere. That's all I can say. I suggest you all be ready to bug out if you need to. Not looking good when they get that type of green light to shoot peaceful protesters if they don't have a license to protest. It means leave the area as quick as you can. Cameras of mass destruction to safer ground. That's what that means. You might want to have what you think you might need. Keyword is need in a pack. Not want, because I'll tell you now, most people can't handle over a 40-pound pack if they're traveling by foot. Most people can't if they're traveling by foot. I agree, Caterpillar. I agree. So remember what you might need, not what you want. Need if you tend to do something like that. I agree, Steve Measure. And I've been trying to do that. I've been preaching it for years. Anybody who listened to me before I got on social media, and I've been preaching it after I got on social media. And I've always said, don't take my word for it, learn it for yourself. Do some research, learn something. Take the time to do it yourself as well. Time's very well coming to a close. As a matter of fact, I think it's already closed. We're just waiting on the last nail in the coffin to drop. I don't see that happening, Cameras. I don't see that happening. It'll be a slaughter if it does. With what I've seen them with there. I've done that long ago, Steve Madden. What do you think? I've lived the way I have. I did for so long. I I took to get this here where I'm at. So I got to thank every tax-paying person to get ready for what I've got, including myself, because my taxes for years did pay that because it came out of my paycheck. Years and years and years and years. But I'm telling you now, I'll probably be giving this up. Unfortunately, I was a little too late. I should have seen the writing on the wall when they made it so easy to get this. Maybe I should have seen that right. Maybe the reason it was so easy. Yeah, but they have the green light right now, as of today, as of 2 hours ago. Cameras of mass destruction to shoot any peaceful protesters that are protesting without a license, to shoot any rioters, to shoot anybody that they see fit. The only way you can actually protest is be one of 200 that they are allotting licenses for. So if they don't like what your protest is about, they'll deny you a license even. There's you some censorship and taking your First Amendment away. What you say? Yes, you do right now in D.C. You better go look that up, buddy. If you go there right now and protest, you will die without it. And you better go look that up, and you better go look that up right now if you're intending to go to freaking D.C. and protest. They got an allotment of 200 licenses, and you got 200 spots and 2 corral areas that you can protest in DC right now. That's it. Been on the news, been on the news now for the last 2 days. I've reported on this now for the last day and a half. Oh, do your research. It's not hard. There's 100,000 channels out there with that information on it, including that same information. Do you know where I first heard it from? I heard it from an Australian channel. As of today, you have to have a license, camera. That's why you don't see nothing about them protesting today. And if you do, they got a license to protest. And they were already talking about it a day and a half ago. And I tried to tell you a day and a half ago, they already had the spot set up and they were going to make it to where you have to have a license. So go ahead and believe what you believe. Like I said, there's thousands of freaking uh, channels out there, from mainstream media on down to the little piss ants that have that out. It don't take a rocket science to find it. Don't take rocket science, and it don't take a rocket scientist, because I sure in the hell ain't one. It's all over, from mainstream on down. Matter of fact, CNN, they have a guy on there that he hates. I don't know now. At one time there was 40,000, but they brought in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of troops today. Busload after busload after busload, man. I mean, literally busload after busload after busload, dude. And they are armed to the teeth. The classified documents being released on all the corruption and spying per lies about Donald Trump. Yeah, I know, Caterpillar. Like I said, one of the deals that they're bringing out is a document about how one of the witnesses that lied about uh, uh, Donald Trump and the Russian collusion, just to get the spotlight off of Hillary Clinton when they were after her for the email thing. So they let that go and went after Trump through that lie. So, yep, that too. So the Russia gate and then that there too, Caterpillar. Right. They have, wow. Have they not been ignoring it? They've been ignoring it for years now, literally 4 years. I agree. She killed over 800 people. They're trying to say it was just a small handful of people. That's what they said died over there in Benghazi. There was over 800 troops that died in Benghazi when she had the whole Pacific Sixth Fleet at the ready and standby. And even the admiral of the Pacific Sixth Fleet resigned his commission because he would not take any more orders from her because he was disgusted uh, that he did not get the call to go and save them men. 800 troops. And that ain't counting the family members, the political people, the all the workers that were in that uh, uh, building as well. Uh, so, yeah, she's a murderer, literally a murderer. What are you talking about? The mayor just came on and said that she's giving the 200 licenses and not giving any more. What are you talking about, Cameron? You need to get up to date, dude. You really need to get up to date. Quit living in the past. Start looking at what's happening today. You really do need to get into it. Let me give you something. Just a week ago, that same person that you're talking about, the mayor of DC, said we got to lock down DC even tighter. We got to keep everybody out. We can't let anybody in. The virus is getting bad. And now this week she's saying, let's open up everything in DC, except for small businesses. Everything else can open up. A week ago, she said lock it all down. That's what I'm saying. You need to keep up with events. You really do. You're going to cost someone their life because they're going to read what you got to say and then they're going to believe it and then they're going to go there and they're going to get killed because of your stupidity. You want that type of blood on your hands for being stupid? Don't want to give out licenses. Need to get up with the times. I'm, I'm sorry. I don't want anybody hurt because someone reads something and then they go and do it and get hurt. If they choose without reading something and not and then going without the facts because they decided to listen to something that they or believe something they read, then that's wrong. You're putting people in danger, people, when you do stuff like that. I may be a dickhead by saying that to you. To you, I may be a dickhead, but to the person's life, I may save for being a dickhead to you, for trying to say falsities. I'm not. I also did some research on some things. Found out right now they got 50 people in jail in the jails in DC. They hold a capacity of 200, 250 people. giving out 200 licenses for 200 people to protest in a corral. Think about that one. You can do that research. You can go find that out. I just did it about 4 hours ago. 50 people in jail in the DC jails, and they hold a capacity of 200. They're giving out 200 licenses for 200 people to be in a corral. I want you all to think about that. Give that some thought. Run that over your brain. Run it around in your brain. Is that a trap? That's all I'm asking. You research it yourself, please. Like I said, you don't have to take this dumbass redneck, as people like to call me, word. Research. There's no room for argument on this one with me, because you can go research it and you'll find out what I'm saying is the truth. And it's one of the saddest truths I ever seen in my life. Which is sad too, Badger. Hey, William Mason. I have. I've researched myself many times. William Mason. William Mason, I've done some research on some of the stuff you said. And I appreciate you talking. You gave me a bit to go by, and then I went and did research, but I appreciated that. Thank you. So I do a lot of research. Why do you think I'm on here bringing you all this news and asking y'all to do it? Yes, you're right, Keta. You're right, Keta. On the FBI sat on these classified files for 4 years. Thomas Robinson, uh, if it becomes that uh, with the stuff today, you think people, you think 150,000 people in one day and Shiloh Hill was a lot with the weapons today? That ain't shit. And that's why I cried. Amen. And you can make your own decisions as well. but I won't let anybody put anybody else in harm's way. I can't do that. If I could stop one person from going to protest and possibly losing their life now that they got the green light as of 2 hours ago to shoot to kill, I'm I'm going to do what I can to stop them from doing it. And unfortunately, this is all I can do right here, right now. I hope people heed my warning. Sorry. This is a piece of history I wished I'd never had to live in. I worry for my country right now. I worry for my country. I'm sorry, people. But when you feel as though your hands are full or tied, you can't do any more than what I'm doing right now. And this may even be censored for all I know. This can be censored just as quick as anything else on the internet has been censored. They can censor a president, a sitting president. They could sure in the hell censor me. They could sure in as hell censor you. They could censor anybody. I hope this message gets out to people. Give them the fair warning that they need to not play games right now. I don't want to see massive deaths. I don't want to see that. Not on this soil. And right now, these people are insane, insane with power, drunk with power. And they got brainwashed young men who will regret every day of their life if they do what they got the green light to do. I guarantee you, when the reality hits them, they pull the trigger. They will regret to the day they die. And I'm not saying because someone's going to come and shoot them. I'm saying in their mind, they're going to say, I shot an American. I'm an American and I shot an American. All because they wanted to protest peacefully. They'll regret that to the day they die. And that's a promise. Just think, an arm to the teeth, many, many, many guns. They shoot many, many, many bullets very, very quickly. What type of bloodbath will that be? That would be a bloodbath. No, I am not discouraged for standing up for my principles. See, just right now at the time to do what, yes, evidently they got good intelligence is going to happen. But then again, we've also seen good intelligence go to the wayside on things that never happened. Be discouraged? Nah. I'll go down fighting like that with my word, trying to let everybody know. But I picked the proper time and the place to do it. That ain't it. To be in the center of a bloodbath, that wouldn't be it. Thank you, William Mason. I'm going to say a little prayer myself in my native tongue. Hey yo, hey yon, obi on, way yon, obi on, way on, hey yo, hey yon, obi on, way on, obi on, way on, hey, hey. Yonde wiggle, yonde wiggle, yonde wiggle, yonde wiggle, yonde. Oh, she gun ta yonde, oh, she gun ta yonde, yonde wiggle, yonde, yonde wiggle, yonde, yonde wiggle, yonde, yonde wiggle, yonde. She. You would like to know the loose translation, what I just said, is I asked for all our ancestors to come and help us with this problem because we sure the hell need it. And that song is for everybody's ancestors, not just mine. So you know that's Muskogee Creek. Those who doubt me. So I hope everybody, it don't matter white, black, Hispanic, anybody. I hope your ancestors are there to help you through this. We need all the help we can get. Yes, they have, Caterpillar. Yes, they have. China's been harming America for years. And guess who wants to welcome them back in with open arms? The guy that's supposed to take over for Trump. He already stated so out of his own mouth on his own channel on YouTube. I didn't even watch that on any CNN or fast breaking news channel or anything else. I watched it come out of his own mouth on his own YouTube channel. He wants us to go back to having the Trans Pacific trade. Where'd they get us the last time? The most ever people without jobs in the United States up to the COVID. Record breaking unemployment rates as much as 9.5% to 12.3%, depending on which state you were in. More than it was the most up to the COVID of unemployment in the United States, and it was growing until the Trans-Pacific Trade Pact got abolished. There's just some insight and thought. I can tell you now, I've never sung that song outside of a ceremonial setting for my people. But here's something I see. My people will be just as much affected by this as anybody else in the United States. There's no hiding from it. Native or not, you can prolong it. You can prolong it. I didn't even get to pass on without it affecting you. But it's going to affect the people, the Native American people. We got to do what we can without losing life before we have to lose life. And hopefully it would never come to that. I'm still holding hope that Trump or somebody will call for the insurrection. But I still don't see that being productive, but to a point. The productivity to a point is okay, now we got all these people in charge of us that have guns telling us what to do. We have no rights. They are suspended during that time. and it don't have a time limit. It has no time once it's enacted and actually acted upon. Oh yeah, you're right on that, Steve Mayer. I'll be right back. I apologize. I didn't have that until I was accused the other night. Caterpillar. One was trying to do it just to get to my. You tried to get me going, which he did. The other one, not so much. Yeah, that's something I should look into more. No more. I don't know how. Get it? I don't. We'll see. You ain't mention that. We'll see. What church? Betsy Peeler? What church? Many beliefs believe in this. If one person or more is speaking God wherever they are, then you're in a place of worship. if you call it a church, ceremony, temple, whatever. Many beliefs believe. Oh, how well that thing will be in my life. Well, if you don't believe in God, Bessie, then you would trust in no one, I guess. Uh, Many people believe in a God. Many people believe in different gods. Some don't believe in God. It's all up to you. You're supposed to have that right and that freedom. Am I ever going to get a haircut? Wow. You know, you know how many people bitch me out for cutting my beard off? You can only make certain people happy. Ain't there? Is that right? I guess you can only make only a certain amount happy. Hey, Tutti Frutti, I figured it was you. Seemed like something you'd say. Thank you. I needed to laugh, buddy. I really needed that laugh, bro. Thank you. You oh, you got another set. You got another set? Damn. Uh, let's see here. What's a good address? 4444 44th Street. Fourth town from the left, and then the fourth town to the right. I know that, cat. I know that. I know that wholeheartedly. Yeah, Tutti Frutti's just giving me hell. All righty, Tutti. Tutti Frutti, that L is Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti just likes picking on me. We've had this an ongoing thing for months now. Uh, I don't hold nothing against Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti just likes to bug me. He knows it makes me laugh, and he knows how to get me out of my doldrums, which I appreciate. He's a good comedian to do stuff like that. So, no, thank you. Okay, good, 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 good. Because I don't have no problem with you. Judy Fruity has picked on me, saying they have my teeth for me now for shit months. And Tutti Frutti was the one that told me I needed to let my hair grow, and one of the persons that let my hair grow and to let my beard grow. So that's why I said, "Do you know how many people?" Because it just seemed like something you'd say. I do appreciate the laughs, Tootie. I really do. Thank you, man. I do. That's my left eye, so that means no. Not as of yet. Yes, I can blink my right eye too. I can blink both eyes. Or wink. I should say wink. Later, bud. You have a good one, bud. American bodies. Steve Measure, American bodies. Yes, I do. American bodies. Yes, I've read that part of history. But their deaths weren't in vain. I don't think it would be a, right. Measure, Steve Measure, I agree. But there's a time and place if you're to do that. I think walking into a trap that's set and ready to be sprung, that's open to the right in your face, is not a time and place. Just saying. That may be. No, I agree with you, Steve Manager. Like I said, like I said, though, I find a piece of swamp or a piece of woods disappear. That would be freedom. I'd be doing what I want when I want, how I want to do it. That would be freedom if I did that. That's good on that. Made of my pillow. Feels good on my neck. Nine volt battery. and stone. No, T-Wise, thank you, Steve Measure, for all your words. I appreciate it. I appreciate every damn one of that. I'm sorry I had to be a dick to someone. I don't like being a dick to people that I like. I actually like cameras of mass destruction, believe it or not. But I had to do a harsh wake up call. But believe it or not, I actually do like cameras of mass destruction. At least let them know what they would be going into if they're going. You know, let's not try to be foolhardy about it, as I say. Uh, that is not going to happen. It already happened. It's already happening. As of now, 3 hours ago, 3 hours, 12 minutes ago. That's when I heard it was 3 hours and 12 minutes ago. The green light was set. Well, y'all, I've been on here an hour and 12 minutes. God bless all of you. Good vibes to all of you. Whatever you have, whatever your beliefs are, I give it to you. I will do what your beliefs ask. I pray for you. Whatever for you. Goodbye. Everything. It's all for you. I'm wishing everybody well and hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. That's the best advice I can give anybody in this situation. Y'all stay safe as well. I'm out. If I hear anything new, I'll be back. Thank you all for being here. Have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever the case may be. I'm out.